What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. For those of you that are new to the channel, man, you might not know what time it is around here. It is playoff season, and our Washington Football Team is getting ready to take on the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Conference Championship game. But before we get into today's matchup, I gotta let you all know, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. It really means a lot. I post a lot of franchise gameplays on this channel, not only the Washington Football Team, I also post the Minnesota Vikings franchise for the moment, because that league is actually about to die here soon. So if you guys have a franchise that you would like to see me rebuild, or a team that you would like to see me use and try to take them to the Super Bowl, comment those down below, and I will do my best to try to get those franchises, or one of those franchises. And yeah. But anyways, back onto today's matchup. Taking a quick look here at the NFL playoff picture, you see things got kind of shaken up there in the AFC. The number one seed, Denver Broncos, they were actually 16-0. They ended up losing in the division round to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have found themselves in the AFC Conference Championship game. Who would have thought? Looking over at the NFC side of things, kind of played out the way that you would expect it to. Both the number one and number two seed made it to the championship game. Antonio Gibson had himself an amazing day in the divisional round, ended up winning himself Player of the Week honors, but we're all past that now. Our Washington Football Team needs to focus up. We got Seattle in front of us. Last year they beat us in this exact same game. We're not trying to have the same fate happen to us. Trey Lance is going to be the new quarterback under center here. I believe he's a rookie. Tom Brady, the GOAT, is actually going to be riding the pine. But the Seattle Seahawks still do have one of the best, if not the best, receiving core in the CFM. DK Metcalf, Rico Godfrey, and Jamal Agnew. All of those guys, I believe, like their top speed is like 98, and the lowest speed is like 96. So our corners are definitely going to be tested. Our safeties are going to be tested. Like, our entire defense is just going to be tested, man. This is a lot of speed, but we're going to see what we can do here. Taking a quick look at the defense, they have two X-Factor defensive ends, Von Miller and Shaquille Barrett. So offensive line has also got their work cut out for them. Here we are in Washington, going to be kicking the ball off to Seattle first. So, we're going to bring our defense onto the field. And you know how I feel about my defense. My defense is definitely the strength of this team. We'll see what they can do with this high-powered Seahawks offense. Starting things off here from the 21-yard line, Trey Lance is going to hand the ball off to Philip Lindsay, who gets met in the backfield by Troy Apke, ends up losing a yard there. Second and 11 from the 21-yard line. Handoff again to Philip Lindsay. He is popped by Troy Apke. Ball's on the ground. Scooped up by Kendall Fuller. And Kendall Fuller is going to walk into the end zone untouched. Washington puts the first points up on the board by their defense. Look at that. Oh, gosh. Look at that. Booth review here on the play. And they end up overturning the fumble. Okay, Madden, it is what it is. Trey Lance drops back to throw on 3rd and 7, looking to go deep, and DK Metcalf makes the catch. Huge mismatch there by me. We have Cole Holcomb guarding DK Metcalf. Just let that sink in. Cole Holcomb guarding DK Metcalf. It's a huge mismatch. I don't know what I was thinking there. 2nd and 9 here from the 33-yard line. Trey Lance back to throw once more. Getting pressure there from Chase Young, but he's a little bit late. Ends up getting that ball off to Philip Lindsay, who gets down to the 29-yard line. Handoff goes to Lindsay again, and he's unable to get anything going there. Cole Holcomb is in the right position to make that tackle there, and they end up missing the field goal. So Washington's defense ends up holding on their first possession. We had the defensive touchdown that got taken away from us, but we still kept Seattle scoreless. 1st and 10 handoff goes to Antonio Gibson, the reigning player of the week. Gets the first down up to the 48-yard line. Jet sweep this time to Robert Foster. Unable to turn the corner to get many yards. End up gaining 2. It's better than nothing. 2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line. Handoff goes right back to Antonio Gibson, who's able to fall forward for a decent gain. Gets us to a 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. Washington trying to keep this drive alive. End up handing the ball off. And this defensive line, I mentioned them in the pregame. This defensive line of Seattle is an issue. With Von Miller and Shaquille Barrett on both edges, we don't have good enough tackles to block these guys. Pinning Seattle back now here inside the 5-yard line. Trey Lance ends up connecting with Philip Lindsay on a nice little in route. Gains 4 yards there. 2nd and 6 from the 8. Deep pass here, and oh my gosh, Jamal Agnew. Like, okay, Jamal Agnew just did his best DK Metcalf impression, but I mean, I feel like that was a little bit bullshit. I mean, we got to go back to, excuse my language, but yeah, we got to look at this. Look, the ball clearly goes through Troy Apke's 2 fingers there. But, okay, The Madden BS is high in this one already. I see where it's going. I see what they want to do. As if this game wasn't tough enough because Seattle's wearing white uniforms and it's snowing. Now Madden just happens to be on their side. But 1st and 10 here. We're going to hand this ball off to Antonio Gibson. Try to get this run game going because we already know the passing game is definitely difficult with this Washington football team. And with Seattle wearing white jerseys, it's even tougher. And with 2 defensive ends that are X factors, it's even more tougher. So 3 times the toughness. 3rd and 7 here, looking for Dwayne Haskins to make a play. Felt some kind of pressure. There was actually no pressure coming at all, and we ended up throwing this one directly to the safety. Not sure who this was, that safety is, but he ends up having the interception here in the conference championship game. And Montez Sweat coming off the edge gets the first sack of the day. Loss of 10 yards there for Seattle. Trey Lance drops back to throw. 2nd and 20, ends up connecting underneath to his tight end. Gains a little bit of that yards back, but it's still a 3rd and 13 from the 27-yard line. Seattle is in field goal position, but I don't know if they're one to settle for a field goal again. After they already missed one, Rico Godfrey getting a jet sweep here, turns in the corner, has nobody in front of him, picks up more than enough yards for the first down. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Handoff goes to Phillip Lindsay, who's only able to get 1 yard off of it. Trey Lance drops back to throw on 2nd and 9. Ends up finding Jamal Agnew underneath, who works his way all the way down to the 2-yard line. Now 3rd and 1 from the 2. Seattle tries to QB sneak it with Trey Lance, and Matthew Ioannidis is not having any of it. Ends up putting a stop to that and forces Seattle to take a field goal here on 4th and inches. And the kick is up, and it is good. Seattle now has a 10-point lead here, and Washington is in a little bit of a hole here. We're looking to get something going here on our next offensive drive. And looks like we're going to have to wait for that offensive drive to come up because we end up fumbling the ball off of the kickoff. This is why I always say you don't ever take a kick out of the end zone because in Madden 21, you will definitely fumble. Seattle getting the ball back here already inside the 20-yard line. Handoff to Phillip Lindsay. He's able to fight forward and lean and stretch across that yard marker, keeping this drive alive for the Seattle Seahawks. Drops back to throw. Trey Lance under pressure ends up throwing that ball away. 2nd and 10 here from the 16-yard line. Lance back in the shotgun formation, and this Washington defense is hoping and begging for a stop at this point. Play action fake, bubble screen, and we're all over that. Making this tackle here actually ends up tackling for a loss there. 3rd and 11 from the 17-yard line. Washington looking to keep them out of the end zone here. Trey Lance drops back to throw, looking, ends up finding. Who's that? Perriman? Perriman makes the catch inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. It's enough for a Seattle first down. Handoff goes to Phillip Lindsay, who almost got into the end zone there. 2nd and a goal here from the 1-yard line. Looks like this is goal line formation here for Seattle. Handoff is going to Phillip Lindsay, and Cole Holcomb shoots the gap, stopping him in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards on that play. 2-minute warning hitting here now in the 2nd quarter. Seattle inside the 5, looking to put more points up on the board, extend this lead up to 3 points, and Landon Collins with a big hit on the ball carrier there at the 1-yard line. You got to think a hit like that would cause a fumble, but you know, Madden being Madden. 4th and goal, Seattle decides to go for it, and Chase Young comes through, putting the team on his back and putting it into that drive. Man, thank God for Chase Young because at this point right now, nothing is going good for this Washington offense. Thank God for this defense in general, just able to stop Seattle for the points right now. You got to think at some point in time, Washington's offense has to put things together. Maybe it's going to be this drive right here as Dwayne Haskins ends up connected with Mike Evans. Huge gain up to the 42-yard line, out of bounds, stopping the clock. 1st and 10, going deep again for Mike Evans, and he's just unable to make the catch this time in one-on-one traffic. 2nd and 10 from the 42 with 1 minute and 37 seconds left in this game. Don't need to take any more deep shots. Try to get this running game going, and just unable to get anything there with Antonio Gibson. Now 3rd and 8. Definitely don't want to punt this ball away here. Dwayne Haskins trying to buy time. Ends up finding the rookie tight end Pat Freiermuth across the 50 all the way down to the 32-yard line, keeping this drive alive for Washington's offense. Dwayne Haskins back to throw on 1st down. Ends up connecting again with Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been a big target on this drive. Maybe he's going to be the one to put us in the end zone. Dwayne Haskins firing for Mike Evans. Oh, Dwayne, where are you throwing the ball? That ball's going to be intercepted. Looked like we definitely had at least 3 points on that drive. And I don't know if it's the snow or what, but Dwayne Haskins just completely sailed that pass there. Another turnover. Now with 25 seconds left in this game, or the first half, Seattle looking to put more points up on the board. Rico Godfrey going deep, has a guy, and Thank gosh. We were able to knock that ball out of the hands of DK Metcalf. Incomplete there on first down. 2nd and 10. Trey Lance dropping back to throw once more. Going deep again. And this time Rico Goffert has the catch. And did I mention that he has like 97 speed? I mean, there's just too many weapons for this Washington defense to keep up with. We do a good job of locking down one of those, or two of the three receivers, and the third one just burns a guy. Nothing we can do there. Now Washington down 17 points. Yeah, you're definitely not returning the ball anymore. From now on, the ball comes near you on kicks or punts or whatever, you either fair catch it or you run the hell away from it. 1st and 10. Try to go to Steven Sims there on the sideline. No, yeah, Steven Sims on the sideline. Makes the catch, is unable to get a foot down in bounds. Can't blame him there. It was kind of a high pass there by Dwayne Haskins. 2nd and 10. End up connecting with Terry McLaurin underneath on the drag route. And that's just going to basically be the end of the first half. Oh, first half to forget, if anything. Washington definitely needs to try to figure something out to move this ball in the second half. Good thing at least we start the second half with the ball. Really go back to that interception that Dwayne Haskins ends up throwing in the end zone, targeting Mike Evans. If we're able to at least get 3 points there and hopefully get into the end zone here, to only be down 7 points after the 2 quarters, it's a miracle. But here we are, 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Still trying to get this running game going with Antonio Gibson, and it's just not seeming to open up at all. Can't find any running lanes. This defensive line, I mean, I thought we had a scary defensive line, but I don't know. Maybe our offensive line just isn't that good also. 3rd and 6, Dwayne Haskins throwing, and ends up finding who other than Mike Evans, the only receiver that we have that's really showing up for us right now. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Dwayne Haskins back to throw once more, going for Mike Evans. And Seattle knows we're going for Mike Evans. Somehow he was able to squeeze that pass in there. Thought that was for sure another interception by Dwayne Haskins. Would hate to throw another one of those. 1st and 10, Haskins dropping back to throw once more, connecting with Pat Freiermuth on the drag. Gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. Washington starting to move the ball now, getting a nice little drive going here. 2nd and 3, Haskins dropping back to throw, looking for Mike Evans, and oh god, it's another interception. Looked like we had him beat there, but Keanu Neal just all over Mike Evans there. Ends up getting his 2nd interception of the day. I can't say that I shouldn't have thrown that because I don't know. It looked like, from my perspective, like Mike Evans had him beat, and if Dwayne Haskins would have just lofted it up a little bit more, we would have been able to get either a diving catch or maybe that one-hand catch animation. But we didn't. We got an interception animation. 1st and 10, the running game's not working for Washington, but Phillip Lindsay getting his best carry of the day. Gets all the way up to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, under pressure here. Trey Lance ends up finding, I think that was Rico Goffert underneath. Makes the catch, getting 6 yards there. 2nd and 4, under pressure again, and he's able to get this ball off. Chase Young has under pressure on him. I'm trying to understand why it is that he's not causing more overthrows or underthrows or some kind of bad passes by Trey Lance there. 1st and 10, Trey Lance back to throw once again. Has a whole bunch of time. Chase Young pressuring him, and he makes the smart decision and throws that ball away. 2nd and 10 here from the 36-yard line. Jet sweep here goes to Rico Goffert. Last one he took to the house, but this time we're all over it. Chase Young stopping him for a loss of 4 yards there. Brings up a 3rd and 14. Washington's defense looking to hold here. Ends up getting to Trey Lance as he's throwing that one. And I feel like that's like one of his first incompletions. I honestly cannot tell you the last time I saw this guy throw an incomplete pass. But 4th and 14, we end up getting the punt off, and for whatever reason, we end up taking the hit there with Bryce Love. 1st and 10, Washington's offense on the field, and that was almost another interception there, but we end up getting bailed out there. Shaquille Griffin with the illegal contact, adding on to that one. 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Dwayne Haskins firing on a comeback route to Terry McLaurin. Nice little move. Glad he did not fumble. Almost got up to the 40-yard line, but now we are in the 4th quarter. Washington is running out of time to get anything going here. Our offense just does not look good at all. Okay, maybe if we get some more Madden BS plays like that to go our way, things will look really good, especially if you want to add on penalties. Beautiful catch off the ricochet there by Terry McLaurin. We'll go ahead and add 15 onto it. We look to go to Terry McLaurin in the back of the end zone, and I don't know what they're fighting over. The ball's on the ground. 2nd and 10 here. Dwayne Haskins rolling the pocket to his right, throws on the run, ends up finding Terry McLaurin on the sideline all the way down to the 7-yard line. Washington's first time inside the red zone here. Handoff goes to Antonio Gibson. He's into the end zone for the first Washington touchdown. And honestly, with the day that Antonio Gibson has been having, that might be his longest run of the day of 7 yards. Because, like I said, he has not been able to find any rushing routes at all. With 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, Washington's defense definitely needs to come up with a big stop here. We have to go 3 and out on this drive quick, or we have to force some type of turnover if we're going to have any kind of hope of getting back into this game right now. Down 10 points in the fourth with 5 minutes left. Now it's a 3rd and 4. Washington looking to get off the field here. Trey Lance drops back to throw, getting pressure, but finds a wide open tight end, Oliver, in the middle of the field, keeping this drive alive. Now getting down to that 4-minute mark. Like I said, the clock is not our friend. We're getting to those crucial parts. Handoff goes to Philip Lindsay, gains 1 yard. Montez Sweat and company all around him, stopping him there. Handoff again to Philip Lindsay, runs right into Eric Wilson this time, and he stopped for another gain, a short gain. 3rd and 6 once more. Washington's trying to get off the field, trying to get some pressure on Trey Lance, and he's able to get this ball off and ends up finding Oliver again. Oh my gosh, another first down here for the Seattle Seahawks, and this clock is just continuing to drip. Washington slowly starting to see their season slip away here. Definitely did not want things to end here at home like this. 2nd and 4, handoff to Philip Lindsay again, and defense is all over him once more. Another 3rd down. Washington needs to get off the field here. 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line. Trey Lance drops back to throw, looking, and ends up finding Philip Lindsay on a nice little hook route underneath there. Found the soft spot in our zone and made us pay. Handoff on 1st down goes for 1 yard to Philip Lindsay, and Washington's just going to go ahead and start to call their remaining timeouts here. I mean, at this point in the game, it's pretty much over right here. Seattle is literally just milking this clock away and picking up 1st down after 1st down, and there's nothing that this Washington defense can do to stop them, especially when we're not getting any help from Madden. That's another big hit there from Troy Apke, but yet again, no fumble. Seattle goes for the field goal, end up missing it there. 1st and 10. Now this is just basically going to be the pad stats, make the score look a little bit better, because I don't even think that there's a chance for us to get the onside kick if we get into the end zone or get a field goal. End up finding Pat Freiermuth, who gets a little bit of extra help there from Bryce Callahan as he gets called for the face mask. 1st and 10, under pressure. Haskins hit as he's throwing that ball and sails that over everybody's head, looking for the rookie tight end down the field. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line, needing a big play to happen right now. And we end up checking it down underneath to Steven Sims. Gets a decent little game. Washington's going to call hurry-up offense. With 30 seconds left, I mean, it's kind of pointless at this point. 3rd and 5, Haskins dropping back to throw, and surprise, surprise, it's intercepted. That's going to do it here in Washington. We end up dropping another championship round loss to the Seattle Seahawks. End up beating us by 10 here. Season 2, I'm already going to let you all know, as we're about to be underway as I'm recording this. It's about to be week 1 of Season 2. I made a lot of changes. Don't know if you guys are going to agree with them, but they were changes that I made that I just felt needed to be made. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys subscribe to check out Season 3 of our Washington Football Team franchise. We will be back in this championship round, and hopefully the score will be flipped around. Hopefully we will be walking off this field winners. But leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more Washington Football Team franchise, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later. From the Super Bowl.